Good morning everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar on TPG's Project PowerPack QuickStart. My name is Peter O'Neill. I head up TPG the project group in the UK and Ireland, and I'll be running today's session. Today we're going to talk a little bit around TPG, who we are and what we do. We're then going to look at our Project PowerPack solution and the capability that offers. Then we have some specific information on our QuickStart offering and what that can provide your organisation. Following that, we'll do a demo of some of the capability of the QuickStart solution, focusing on project requests, projects, programs and portfolios, and the kind of information that we can manage on those entities within the solution and the kind of data that we can see. For 25 years, TPG have been delivering PPM solutions to a wide range of organisations around the world. And between our products and our services that we offer, we help organisations improve their PPM maturity across the board. We're active in over 10 countries. We have over 100 employees, and to date we've implemented over 1,000 PPM solutions to over 700 clients worldwide. The map on screen highlights the key areas where we have subsidiaries. We're active in all sectors, and this is just a selection of some of our customers in various verticals. In the UK, we're very active in the aerospace and defence sector, working with large organisations like BAE Systems, Kinetic, Parker Meggitt. We're also active in the automotive group, Lotus Cars in the UK, but also globally with organisations like Volkswagen, BMW, Toyota. And as you can see across the other sectors, we are working with some of the biggest names around in each sector. We're active in life sciences and pharmaceuticals, retail, public sector, globally around the world. In terms of our Project PowerPack solution, there's a number of areas of capability the solution offers, ranging from budgeting and forecasting costs, resource management capability, scheduling, leveraging Microsoft Project Online or Project for the Web toolsets, tracking project risks and issues, collaboration leveraging Teams, reporting leveraging Microsoft Power BI, and the area that we're going to focus the demo on today around projects and programs and portfolio management, strategic alignments and prioritization, and project ideas. So this is going to be the main theme of the demo later today. We do have a number of other sessions focusing on other areas of capability. I do hope you can join us for those. From a technology piece, the Project PowerPack solution leverages the technologies as you can see on screen. The like I mentioned before, Microsoft Project Online or Project for the Web can be leveraged for scheduling. The Power Apps is the platform that the technology is built on. It leverages Power Automate. We can collaborate with Teams. We can integrate with Microsoft Power BI, and the whole solution is underpinned by the Microsoft Dataverse. So, Project PowerPack QuickStart, some of the key benefits that this offers is a very quick time to implement, typically 2 to 4 weeks once we get up and running and all the technical prerequisites are in place. The solution is largely pre-configured, so that we're hit the ground running in terms of the build. The solution itself offers a very intuitive user experience. All the latest tech from Microsoft are built in. We include, as part of the solution, natively support for the Microsoft Project Desktop and Microsoft Project for the Web. The solution itself is easily extended and easy to maintain. It's a low-code, no-code solution, so extending it out in terms of scope and usage is relatively straightforward. And because it's built on the latest tech from Microsoft, it's continually evolving, and you benefit from rapid innovation of new features, new capability, which include things like artificial intelligence. The solution already supports Copilot and the emerging Microsoft AI capabilities. So within 2 to 4 weeks, what can we typically achieve? So first up, the technical implementation, which can normally be achieved in a matter of hours to deploy the solution into your environment. We then run a very focused requirements analysis session, focusing on your key areas of requirements, followed up then by configuring that into the solution, testing cycles, and then deploying into your live solution. Our QuickStart includes training and handing the system over to key users and to your end users. And we also include a post-implementation support package. So what does this look like in terms of costs? Well, we offer the QuickStart solution from as little as £8,950 in the UK. That includes annual subscription for up to 20 users. We do offer discounts for various sectors, including government, non-for-profit, non-government organisations and charities. So please, if you're in any of those sectors or other sectors or have different user requirements in terms of volumes of users, please do get in touch and we can give you an individual price for your organisation. Before moving on to the demo, I just wanted to mention some of our customers who are using Project PowerPack. NATS, National Air Traffic Service, who run the air traffic control service for the UK and most of the North Atlantic, use Project PowerPacks for all of their programs and projects that they run at the airports in the UK. TransLink, who run all of the rail and bus services in Northern Ireland, are a Project PowerPack user. A number of the other companies you may recognise, Euronics, Kerry, IKEA, for example, all major users of our Project PowerPack solution, and are very happy with that, as some of the quotes and testaments can show you. Now we'll move on to the demo of the solution. So now to the demo. I'm currently on a PPP system. The demo will be totally web-based, so I'm in an internet browser session, and you can see here I'm in my landing page. As I mentioned previously, the focus will be around project requests, projects, programs and portfolios. So we go ahead and click into project requests. So project requests are ideas for projects, pipeline projects that maybe are feeding in from a CRM solution. We can have a number of views here. I'm currently looking at all active project requests in the system, and we have a number of columns here giving some headline information on these requests. I'm going to click into one of these to look at a bit more detail. First thing you'll see along the top here, we have a workflow associated with this request. This one is a very basic one. We can just move from new request into request approval. The little star will indicate any required fields that we need to move this across. This can be by request type, and indeed this workflow can be integrated with the full project lifecycle, or it can be a standalone request workflow. The kind of information we can manage here out of the box in the QuickStart is we can capture the title, some details, some text information, capture the stakeholders that are responsible for this, capture any financials that are known at this stage, and then some kind of status information in terms of priority and where this is in the life cycle. What we can also do with the project requests is score the request against our list of strategic drivers. So what we've got here is a list of the strategic drivers that all requests and projects in the solution can be scored against. We can determine whether or not this project request is going to have extreme, a high, moderate or low or no impact against these drivers. That will come up with a predefined score. We can capture comments on that. That information can be snapshotted as well, and the result is we'll come up with an overall driver score and prioritization score for this request. If there are any other related requests that we need to connect to this particular project request, or indeed any existing live projects that we want to connect, we can also manage and view those here as well. Moving on to the project side of the solution, we have a view here which is showing me all the active projects in the system, and a new feature that we've just deployed is this Gantt view to the left hand side, which those of you that are familiar with Project Online or Project Server will recognize very similar to the Project Center view. So I can see immediately where projects have been running or are currently running in terms of by quarter, by year and so forth. I want to click into a specific project here, the PPM implementation project, and talk a little bit about the information that we can manage at this level. So we've got a project details page where we can capture text information, capture our stakeholders, capture which program and portfolio this project belongs to. I'll come to those in a few moments. If this project originated in a request, we can see that information here. We can navigate directly back to that. We have KPIs that we can track here. These can be subjective or calculated. And then we've got some financial and data information being captured here. As I mentioned, we're running a number of other webinars focusing on other capabilities within this project, within the project space. I'm going to be just picking up on a number of the elements of this in relation to what we're tracking at the project and what rolls up to the programs and portfolios. I mentioned earlier the drivers. So again, the project can be scored up against the drivers running the business. These can again come from the request and then evolve, and we can capture a thing called variance, where we snapshot this and trend that information and have a look at how this project might change in terms of its impact against the drivers. Another nice capability that we can manage here is inter-project links. So if there's tasks within this particular project that have a dependency on another project and another task in another project, this is where we can capture that information. I could simply add a new one here by clicking on New, pick up the provider project, the provider task, any relevant data information, and then which tasks within this project are consuming or are dependent on that. So we can see here a nice summary of any incoming project links and any outgoing project links, and all of this information, including the drivers and the inter-project links, will aggregate up to the project program and to the portfolio level. So moving on to that program and portfolio level, I can click here on the programs, or I can go back to my project details and simply click on the Andromeda program to have a look at the information available at that level. So we have a general tab of information where we capture data on the overall program. You'll notice some of these fields might have a little padlock here, which is in this case total budget. So that is the aggregate of the projects that are part of this program. That's the all up. I can't change that budget. That's set by the sum of the dependent projects. I can click here to see all the projects that sit within this Andromeda program, similar to before, a nice Gantt view. And then moving over, I can have a look at a program level what projects and what requests that have been tagged and linked to this program are offering perhaps the most strategic value in terms of their scoring here, or if we're capturing things like the total actual costs, we could have a look at which ones are the most expensive and what value they're delivering. We've got an estimated ROI perhaps on some of our requests, so which ones are giving the highest ROI and what is their prioritization. So a nice interactive view of aggregate data from the requests and projects that are running under this program, and we can move around, play around, and look at what are the key things going on within this program. We also here have our project and dependencies, which is again the aggregate of the sum of all those inter-project links for all the individual projects summed up here to the program level, and this of course can include inputs and outputs from other programs as well. So as you can see, most of the dependencies here in terms of incoming are on the Andromeda project, but we do have dependencies on other programs as well, the Synchronous and a number of others here as well. So some nice interactive information that we can track and manage at the program level, and a very similar story at the portfolio level here. I will click on the Centauri program. So similar to the program level, the program data, we capture some information. At this level, we've got a little bit more. We've got actual costs coming up. Again, little padlock indicating this is the sum of the actual costs from all of the projects in the program, and the budgets and forecasts coming up as well. As before, our lists of projects that belong in this, that sit in this program, and again a summary here of the portfolios. Again, we can track and sort and group the projects by whatever we choose: budget, forecast, costs, or strategic driver. Apologies for the German translation, the German here, but this is our strategic score, and we can sort this highest to lowest. So hopefully that gives you a feel for the kind of information we can manage in terms of the project requests and the dependent objects, what we can capture at the project level, the inter-project dependencies, the strategic alignment of the individual projects, and how that aggregates up to the program level, and similarly how it aggregates up to the portfolio level. In addition to these interactive views and lists of information that we see at the program and portfolio level, we also have a suite of reports as part of the QuickStart solution. If I click here on the portfolio side of things, down in the reports, we launch a Power BI report, and we can see a lot of information here available at this portfolio level. So we've got an overall dashboard showing some of our KPIs, showing the KPIs by project, and then overall how these sit in terms of health, in terms of by phase and so forth. And being Power BI, these are all interactive. I simply need to click on a specific element of a chart, for example, and that filters down my data. And as a number of other elements of information available, if I click on our inter-project links, I can see in a report a view of all of the information, similar to what we were seeing before within the solution itself. Very clear, very concise information on those inter-project links. There's lots of other information that we're managing here as well, relating to the content that we're going to be covering in the subsequent webinars. So thank you very much for your time. Please use the questions pane or comments if you have any feedback or any questions you'd like me to cover. Thank you very much for your time.